You all are welcome to Glotera Extra. So in today's video or in today's tutorial, I'll be showing us every tool you need to know on Pixellab. If you're interested in graphic design or you want to really know more about this Pixellab app, you're watching the right video. And if you're interested in designs, you want to be designing flyer, 3D logos, 2D logos, banners, etc., this video is for you. Okay, so these are just the basic tools you need to know on Pixellab app. So without wasting much of our time, let's get right into the video. And please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do go to subscribe and let's go on. So I'll be introducing us to, first of all, I'll start with this plus button we have up here. So this plus button has so many features, which are the text, current date, sticker, shapes, from gallery, draw. I'll be taking some few minutes to explain each of them. So the text is where you can add whatsoever write-up you want to use. While the current date is talking about it's talking about the date you are designing the logo or the day you're designing the flyer. The sticker is about, we all use stickers on our WhatsApp, Instagram, etc. So that's what the sticker is all about. Then the shapes, we know shapes. We have the square, the circle, the star, and all of that. So that's all for shapes. Then the from gallery is when you want to add a picture directly from your gallery. Then you use that feature. We also have the draw, where you want to draw something on your screen, or you have an idea of drawing and you want to draw on the design. So I'll just be going to tap on them one by one so we can flow as I tap on them. So this is the text. This is it. If you want to write a text, you just tap on this pencil icon by the corner here, and then let me shift this, and then you type whatsoever text you want to use. So okay, I'll be using Glotera Extra. Sorry about that. Extra. Done. Okay, so now this is the text we are going to be using for today's tutorial. And then the next feature we have here is our current date. Once you tap on it, it's going to show us the dates. Okay, I'm actually shooting this video on 18th June 2022. So imagine you want to design something, or maybe on 20th June 2022 is going to show you that date. So the next one is our sticker. We know all the stickers, like I said before, these are all the stickers. We have the bar sticker, the star sticker, human icon sticker. Then also on that sticker, we also have the emojis, which we all are familiar with. These are the emojis. You can choose them to create whatsoever you want to create. And then the shapes are what I have actually said before, which we have the circle, star, right angle triangle, and all of that. Then the next one we have here is the from gallery, which I said if you want to add pictures from your gallery, you can just add them from your gallery. And then the last one on the feature is the draw. Let's say you want to draw something, you can equally choose any color you want to, and then you draw something like this. So we are done with the feature on the plus icon. Then we go over to the save. If you are done with the project, let's say this is a project that you want to save, you just save. Okay, let's say this is a work you want to save. So you either save it as a project. Saving as a project means that you can come back later to work on it, or maybe you need it, like you want to you want to use it again to make another logo or flyer. Then saving as image means you are done with the work, you want to send it to whosoever needs it. So you can either save as JPG or you save as PNG. And also we have different resolutions, which are the high quality. We have the high, very high, ultra, medium, and low. You can also share this to anyone you want to share on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Dropbox. So that's all for the share button. This is also sharing in case you want to share directly. Then we have this Pixellab quotes. Pixellab quotes is just like, maybe you want to do all this text image, then we can make use of this Pixellab quotes. We also have on motivation, success, friendship, happiness, inspiration, positivity, absurd. And that's all for the Pixellab quotes. Then now let's move over to the left hand side, we see this layer up here. So imagine you are editing so many things. Now this is when you use this layer. Now you can lock this black lines, wavy lines, black lines that you just drew, so that when you are editing this one doesn't get to move. It's just going to stay like that. You can also equally lock this and it won't move. The box won't move. You can lock the face icon which is under this, and but you understand what I'm trying to say now. And if it's actually confusing you, you can equally hide them. You can just press the eye icon and hide all of them, and maybe work on just the Gloria extra. You can just hide all of them, and then you tap on it and you want to work on this Gloria extra. Then this plus icon here is just for you to zoom whatever you are doing to 100%, and then you reduce. This one by the close to the circle plus icon is for you to undo and redo. Maybe let's say I push this thing down. Okay, sorry, it's for you to undo. I push this thing down and I want it to go back to, I mistakenly pushed it down and I want it to go back to its normal position. So I will tap on it. It's going to undo it. Then if I want to delete, we can see the recycle bin, the delete box. Just tap on delete, and then this is the pencil to write. So now let's go over to this three dots by the right hand side. So now we can see use image from gallery. I've explained it before. If you want to use an image from your gallery, that's when you use that. Then full screen, it will display on the full screen. It will display on the full screen for you to see exactly what you were designing. Then use image from camera. That's when you snap directly from your camera instead of going to your gallery. Then export image is also the same as use image from your gallery. When you tap on export image is you saving your projects. So when you want to export, you tap on it and then it's going to export the image. The next one is the image size. You can decide to increase the size to maybe profile picture size, YouTube banner. Let's try out. YouTube banner is going to be a bit smaller, and the YouTube Facebook cover art is going to be the most smallest. You see, you can either use any size you want to use. Then contact us, that's for Pixellab. Tutorial, that's for Pixellab. Remove art, that's for Pixellab. Recover autosave, that's another one we need to know. Maybe let's say we are designing something and then we left the app and we came back, and once you want to log into the app, you see a pop-up message, something like this. Are you sure you want to continue with the project or not? And then maybe you mistakenly tapped on okay, and it went out. So what you're actually going to do is you go to recover autosave, and then you go back to the time you know you did it was just now you did it. So you just go back to it and it's going to bring back your unsaved work. That is for the recover autosave. Then open PLP file. This one is kind of professional. It's used when you have an already designed logo that you just want to edit. Maybe let's say the name there is Gloria extra, and you want to change it to maybe let's say you want to change it to extra. You just have to edit whatsoever is on the information on the PLP file to your own. Then about is just about the app, and then exit is to exit the app when you don't want to use it anymore. So I'll move over to this down part of the logo, which is this side. So this three circles is whenever you want to use any of these templates. Note that if you are editing on this default background and you want to change to another background, that means you have to lose whatsoever project you are editing, which is this. You have lost the project. Then if I want to recover it, I'll go over here and recover it back. So now let's go over to editing with text. So you tap on this A icon and then you see everything that you need to know on the text editing. So now I have the edit, delete, copy. I have to front, to back, position. We'll be using more of this to front to back when we get to the second part of this tutorial. And then we have the relative position, moving it from left to right. Then we have the size to increase it and to decrease it. So and we also have the padding. Do we want it to be at the left? Do we want it to be at the right? That's for that. And then we have the color, in which you can choose whichever color you want the text to be in. We also have gradients, which you can choose more than one colors. You can decide to pick any color you want. And then in this color part, you can play with your favorite color or play with a color that you know that is okay for the design. You can add with a plus sign how many colors you want to be on the gradients. You can remove with a minus sign, and then you can also shift the minus, the greater than, yes, the less than. So you can also shift the less than to know how you want your gradient to appear, and you can also tap on the greater than to know how you want to appear. Once you tap on it, you will notice that something is actually moving down. Something is actually moving down there, and then this is the color palette which you can choose from different colors that you want. So now imagine you want a gold color. You know that a gold color does not like a good, there's no gold color here, so you can just import the image, and then maybe let's say this an image here is the one carrying the gold color. You just tap on it, and then you can pick the gold color, and then you tap on OK, and then it's going to show there like that. So then we'll move over to the next one. So I don't want this, so I'll have to tap on undo, and that's it has gone back to its default mode. So this is texture. So now I want, okay, this is another method you can also use to apply the gold background. So imagine I have the gold background on my phone, and maybe let's assume that this is the gold background. Once I tap on it, and then it's going to change to the gold background. So that's that for texture. I don't need it, so I'll just delete it. Then we have opacity, which you can increase or decrease the appearance of the text. Then rotate is either to rotate it like to the angle. You can move it like this, you can move it anyhow you want to. Then we have the max. This max now is so professional because it helps you to divide the text to make it look like you are designing an object. So this is how it is. You see that the text is actually having different, like it's actually having a curve and all of that. So that is for the max. Then we have the fonts, which you can, I'm sorry, I want to go back and put that on normal default. So now you can choose from various fonts that you want. You can choose any font that you want, that you like, that you feel that is suitable for whatsoever you are doing. Then I also have my own font. Okay, I'll be dropping a link on how to download fonts, and also links to download fonts, and also a link to download the Pixellab app. Yeah, so these are my own fonts. So maybe for the sake of this video, let me just choose a font that I'll be using. So I'll be using this font for my video, so I'll tap OK, and this is how my font is looking like. Then I also have this style. I can bold in it, I can make it to be italics, I can make it underscore, and then I can remove the underscore, so everything just becomes plain. I can remove the boldness and everything, but I want it to be bold, so I'm going to bold it. And then I'll move over to, this is curves. You can curve the text anyhow you want it. You can curve it. Maybe you can use another text, another font, and it's going to be fine on it. But for this text now, this curves is not making it look nice, so just cancel it. Then this is for background text. Background, like you want the text to have a background, then you choose any color you want to. You can also make use of the gradient if you want to, but I won't be needing that. This is for align. We know what align is. When there are much text, you can align them to be in a straight line or to be at the middle. This is for spacing, to space the words. So I'll decide to space the words, sorry, the letters, or you can decide to space the words. So I want to space the letters now. So I'll space the letters and then shift it out so that we all can see it very well. Then I'll OK it. The next one is the line spacing. But since there are not much text here, this won't show any effect. So you can see what's happening here. If there's a text under it, the line, it will move down because we have shifted it. So that's for the line. Then stroke. When you add stroke, you see that the text becomes bolder. So this strokes makes the text bold enough for you to see. So I'll be using the normal black. Let's see the red. The red is okay, but it's not that visible. So let's use black. Black is okay. So now we have the shadow. We can decide to add the shadow effect on it. See, it becomes so fine and beautiful. You can use any color of shadow you want to use, or you use the red, you use yellow, blue, any color you just want to use. So I'll just go ahead with the default shadow. Okay, let's just say we are using this, or let's use this one, or red. Anyone can go. Then we have inner shadow. You can use inner shadow, but inner shadow is not that nice for this text, so I'm going to off it. Then the emboss. Emboss is just like making the image look like a steel. It's making it look like a steel. You can see what's going on here. You can see the difference. When I off it, you can see the difference. When I on it, you can see a difference. So I won't be needing the emboss. Then this is a perspective to make the text look like as if it's laid flat, as if you're laying it flat. This is when you use it, and it's going to make it look long. So I don't need it. I'm going to switch it off. So this is for 3D rotation, y-axis, and the x-axis. We have the 3D text. You can decide to make this a 3D text by making it look like this. So this is a 2D text, and when you tap on 3D, it becomes a 3D text. You can make it perspective or oblique. So you can see what's happening here. You can increase the depth. You can also change the color. Auto means that it's more that it will just, once you just tap on it, any one computer decides to put, that's fine. Then you can increase the depth of the text. Let's say this one is okay, and then go along with the 3D shadow. 3D shadow is just like the normal shadow we know, so we don't need it. Then reflection, when you tap on reflection, it's going to show on the other part, which is like this. You can also push it up like this, and you can bring it down again, but we don't need it. So now we are done with this text, and then we want to add an image, or want to create, maybe let's just say let's create something on top of the glottorial extra. So I'll just bring out a shape. So now let's go back to where I say there are two places you can bring out a shape from. Either you bring out a shape from this plus sign, or you tap on this what shape is this? It's looking like a rhombus. You tap on it, and then you see other places where you can bring shapes from. You can see the sticker here, you can see the import, you can see draw, you can see shapes and bezier, arrow. Arrow is just when you tap on arrow, it brings out any arrow shapes that you want to use. It depends on the kind of design you are doing, that then you need this arrow. But for now, we don't need any arrow on our design, so I will cancel it, and then that's it. So I need a circle, or maybe let's just use a circle. So now let's go back to this shapes part. Now I can make this circle by increasing the radius. I can also reduce the opacity if I want to. That means if I'm using the width, I have to reduce the opacity of the main circle. Then I have to increase the width, and then maybe change color to, let's say we're using this color. I can decide to leave it like this, also cute. But if I want to reduce it, I can also reduce it. So I can also blur the radius. This blur radius is just, it only applies to the stroke, not to the main shape. So I can also change the color of the circle, making it look like this, but it's not fine. So I'm going to take it back to white. Let's say we're working with this, but I want to off the blur radius, so I'm going to take it back to 0. And then let's reduce the opacity of this, and then reduce the stroke. It's too much, so let's say it's like this. So now we have created something. Now we want to add an image in this circle. So I'll go over to import, and maybe import anything. Maybe, okay, let's import this food down here. I will then import this one, and I want this food now to be in the shape of what I want this food image to be like the shape of the circle. So now I will have to tap on this circle down here, so that it's going to take the circle shape. Now it's not fitting in, so I have to then adjust it to be a circle. Now it's circle, so I'll tap on good. Mind you, you can, if you want to use the square, then use 1.1 ratio, 16.9 for rectangular shape, 4.3, 3.2, 9.16, anyone. Then in case you want to return it back to the normal shape, you tap on this full screen, it's going to go back. Then you tap on the circle back, everything is going to disappear. That's the same thing that you do for here. Then if you don't want it to be like this, you go back, and it's going to go back. So now I want to use this circle. This is also for rotating it around, then this is to lock. Or I need to unlock it because I want to use it. Then this is also for moving it front, like to change the position of the picture. Then now let's make it the circle image. So now I'm going to take it to the circle image. Then I have to make it fit in. It's not actually fitting in, so I have to make it fit in the circle. So I need to turn this like this. Okay, so now it's going to fit in. So now we are okay with this shape. So now I'll just push it forward so that it's going to enter this circle. So I don't want it overlapping like this. So that's when I'm going to use either to the front or to the back. So I want it to appear at the back. So I'm going to say to the back. So it's going to be like this. So imagine if you want this circle now. If the circle was at the front, if the circle was at the back, so you will now take it to the front. You see? That's how it's done. Then now this way we'll now apply our layer to lock, to merge. Now this is another feature that you can do on the Pixellab. So now if you want to merge these two images to become one, so you just tap on this good and bad, and then you tap on the circle, you go to the fold image and tap on it. Then tap on this merge that is in between the phone, pencil and the good. You tap on it, then okay it. So that means it has become one image. Sorry, it has become one image. Then now we want to edit. I've told you about position, moving it from one place to another. Relative position, moving this relative position is faster than the normal position. You can push it anyhow you want to. Then the color, we have talked about the color. The color for the text, same thing applies for the image. The texture, same thing. Opacity, color filters is just having the hue, which is changing the colors of almost everything in the image. The stroke, same thing applies. Then now this eraser is in a feature. This is a feature that only applies to images, not text. So imagine if you want to clean something here we don't want, you can just equally clean whatever you want to clean, and then you see that it has cleaned up, but we don't need to clean anything there. Then this marks, we have explained it in our text, so just rewind and then rewatch it. Then imagine if you want to totally erase a color. This effect is very perfect in image with white background. You can just erase very quickly with white background, but it won't erase on this image. Now it's very good in white background. So with time I will be showing you how to remove background with that feature. So now with this rotate, we are familiar with rotation, 3D rotation, 3D shape. The same thing we did on this Glotora extra, that's the same thing for this 3D shape. It's just so familiar, everything the same. So now let's say we want to add 3D shape to this image, so we just push it like this and then we add it. Put the depth and darken. Maybe let's move it up so that we can see what we are doing. Then okay, now let's push it like this and reduce the depth. Reduce it. We can actually see what's going on. It's going to darken it. Let's say okay, we want it to be like this. Okay, just go around and look for what's better for you. If you say oblique, it's going to become more noticeable. Just use what's okay for you. Then it's not yet visible, so let's go back to the 3D shape and make it visible. So now darken, just darken it. I don't want it to show too much. Okay, so that's it. So I'm okay with it like this. I'm okay with it like this. Then that's that. So let's go over to this other icon here, which is this icon is only for the background of whatsoever you're editing. Now we have the color. If you want the background to be in a color, you choose this template, then you choose the color you want the background to be in. Just choose any color you want the background. So I'm going to be choosing, maybe let's say a color that is good on it. That one is not fine. Is this color okay? Let's just use any color. Mind you, if you're editing, you have to use colors that are okay. Don't just open an editing app and then choose any color that you want to, because you believe that the color is fine or it's okay. Let's just use this color, and then let's say we want the background to be transparent so that we can save it as PNG. This is where you now use this transparent background. That means if I'm to use this as this particular transparent is just for watermarking your product, or you want to print a design, then you can save as watermark. That's for it. Then the image size, like I said before, to make that the ratio of the image of the background. Then image, this we have our Pixellab images, which are this Pixellab image background, which are these ones we have here. You can choose from them if you love them, if you find them attractive. You can choose from them and use them the way you want. Okay, I think I'm in love with one already, so I'm going to be using maybe this one. I'll use this one. Then you can also import from gallery. Maybe say you want this to be your background. Sorry, this is my friend. Then you use it as a wall. You see that it has reduced because the ratio is not the same, so it has reduced. So if you want to make it back, you can just do it like this, and then don't recrop. You tap on it. Don't recrop. I don't know why it's doing like that. It's actually the image of the background. So you see, it is now, if you put it at custom, it will change. It won't change. So this is it. So now I don't want any of this, so I have to go back and make sure I want the background. Okay, so it's okay like this. Then from camera. That means you have to snap directly from your camera, and then it's going to display on the background. Then the last feature we have here is the effects. You can decide to rotate the background if you want to. You add Vignette to it. Vignette, sorry. You can make it look like this. Just make it nice. You can add anything you want to it. So let's say I will use this one. Okay, then you can add noise to it. It's going to look like this. Stripes, you can add the stripes, increase the number of stripes. You can increase the number of stripes you want. Also brightness, we know what brightness is, increasing and decreasing the light of the background. Contrast is just for the background, to change the color, all of that. Even who changes the color. Saturation also changes the color. So now it's not this vignette is not really this vignette is not really matching with the background. So let me see if I will change the background again. Let me change the color of the background. So now maybe I'll change it to white so everything can match. So now you see that I've changed it to white, and then I'll reduce the text. This is a shortcut method you can do. So now reduce the text, and let me re-edit the 3D on that image. So now reduce it. All right, so now this is it. So I've edited a simple text. So now I think we are done. So now, okay, if you have so many texts and you want them to align, this is when you use these boxes here, so that you can make them to be in a single line like this. You can make them, let's say, okay, you want this to align, then you put it in a single line like this. So that is that for the tools in Pixellab. So now I'll be giving us an assignment to do. Let's create something. Okay, having watched this video, let's create something related to this particular video. Let's create something. I just want to know if we understood what we were taught from this video. Just create anything, maybe with your name, with your nickname. Just create something based on this video, and then send it to my WhatsApp. Let me confirm if you understood. And if you have any question, you can drop it on the comment section, or you can contact me through my about, and then I will attend to your questions very well, and then we move on to the other parts of the tutorial, because the training doesn't always stop here. You also have to know how to do your 3D logos, know how to do your flyers, and also I will introducing more apps to each and every one of you. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and then if you love this video, please do use the like button to like the video, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell to be notified of any time I post any video. So guys, I will leave you all to digest this, and then see you in my next video. Bye.